So, let's get started at the best place to start, the beginning. Right away, we are thrust into a tale as old as time. The fair princess has invited her beloved for desserts at her palace, but as soon as Mario arrives and goes inside, we see that something is wrong. The princess has been kidnapped, and it's up to Mario to unravel the mystery. Luckily, one of her subjects stands, terrified, in the lobby and explains that Bowser, the evil Koopa, is back at it again and has magically altered the paintings that hang in the castle and hidden power stars in the alternate dimensions that exist within the paintings. Let's back up a bit. This was the very first time we get to control Mario in 3D, outside of the castle. We move around and run and jump and flip, and learn that controlling Mario this way works a lot better than we ever imagined. Back inside the castle, we notice that the first door available to us leads to Bob-omb Battlefield.
Let's go!
Now, Bob-omb Battlefield isn't anything special to look at. It's not flashy, and it's not whimsical, and it's not all that unique. But what it is a great introduction to a brand new way of thinking about Mario in 3 dimensions. This level is a war zone. 2 armies of Bob-ombs, cannons, barbed wire, and a king atop the mountain watching it all. That it is our first star. We must scale the mountain and topple the king at the top. This star is a great way to begin, as it teaches longtime Mario fans how to problem solve and find power stars. See, up until this point, there was only one type of Mario fan, the 2D kind. In a 2D Mario game, 99.9% of the time, the way you need to go is right. There's a ton of challenge, there's branching paths, and there's a lot of fun to be had, but the direction you're almost always traveling in is right. You see, when Super Mario 64 introduced the sandbox approach and gave you an entire world to conquer, players had to start thinking about Mario in a brand new way. Suddenly, they had to explore and follow clues in order to find the power stars. The first star of Bob-omb Battlefield is a way to introduce this, because you are thrust into this place. There is a ton to see and do, but guess what the most obvious thing is? This giant mountain. When Mario makes his way up the mountain, who knows what could be up there? Maybe the star we're looking for, maybe a power-up, maybe some other secret. But what we're greeted with is the king of the Bob-ombs. Now, he's a little on the nose about how to defeat him, but that's okay, we're new to this. When you defeat him, the star appears, and we collect it. The first star of 120. The next star in Bob-omb Battlefield introduces a foot race against Koopa the Quick. Don't worry, the Koopas in this game are all friendly. Except maybe Bowser. In 2D Mario games, the goal was always, well, to get to the end. In a 3D space, there is no end. In fact, with 1 dimension, we create points. And in 2 dimensions, we create lines and shapes. In 3 dimensions, with an X, Y, and Z axis, we create 3D shapes, with no beginning or end, just boundaries. The same is true with 3D Mario. When we enter the world, we notice something is different than it was the first time. Koopa the Quick himself. When we approach, he challenges us. So we race Koopa right back up to where we just were. See, if the game started with this star, then we would rush past all the world we got to explore with the first star. Now that we know our way around this battlefield, we are equipped for the race and are able to nab the star easily. Well, as long as we're quick about it.
Here we go!
The third star introduces the idea of the mission name as a clue as to how to get the star. Shoot to the island in the sky. Guess what we're supposed to do?
That
was easy. The fourth star introduced yet another mechanic to the game, the 8 red coin hunt. Just about every level coming forward has one of these. These stars are essentially treasure hunts, and placing this star as number 4 is perfect because by now, you know all the ins and outs of Bob-omb Battlefield. You know where most of the 8 red coins already are. So when you collect them, the star appears.
Here we go!
The fifth star is unobtainable at this time. Mario wings to the sky? What does that mean? What is this mysterious red cube? Even though we can't get it now, this teaches us that there will be some backtracking in this game. The sixth star, though, we might have noticed as we passed it several times earlier. The star is guarded by a vicious chain chomp. But that stake holding him in the ground just looks so poundable, though, doesn't it? Bob-omb Battlefield is not the most creative level in Super Mario 64, nor is it the prettiest. It has a pretty groovy and memorable soundtrack, but it's not the flashiest way into a Mario game. However, the way it introduces you to how the game is going to be played is spectacular. Enough guidance not to leave you in the dark, but enough freedom to not hold your hand. Next time, we'll be exploring the second level, Thwomp's Fortress. It's a lot like Bob-omb Battlefield, only it introduces a new concept this time. The fact that you can fall off the world. And, like the bottomless pits of past games, there's no saving yourself from those.
Mamma mia!
If you enjoyed this Let's Play retrospective, be sure to check out the next episode and subscribe for more geeky goodness. If you'd like to start from the beginning, there's a nifty playlist to catch you up. And be sure to leave a comment below. What are your favorite Nintendo 64 memories? I honestly try to answer every single comment because I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.